And I see that this guy came to your show and he brought a friendship bracelet and wants to meet you. And so, of course, I call up my resident expert on Kansas City Chiefs, my cousin Robin, and I go, tell me about this guy named Travis Kelce. He's really cute.
You said something to the effect of, like, you gotta start doing something different.
From mama-approved side-eyes to football chaos and near retirements, this saga has it all. First, Swifties went into full detective mode, dissecting Andrea Swift's very telling reaction to Travis Kelce and what it could reveal about Taylor's past.
Nicest guy. And you know what? He really loves his mom.
Then the spotlight shifts to Jason Kelce and his mysterious role in what could become the wedding of the decade.
If there is one or anything like that, I've been given no details on that front.
Then things take a messy turn when Patrick Mahomes' injury sparks a full-blown Christmas headache for Amazon. Finally, we dive into how Taylor Swift may have quietly talked Travis Kelce out of retirement. As always, Swifties do what they do best, zooming in, slowing down, replaying, overanalyzing, and then overanalyzing the overanalysis. This time, the internet microscope is aimed straight at Andrea Swift, Taylor Swift's mom, after the latest Eras Tour The End of an Era documentary dropped and instantly sent fandom group chats into full detective mode. One simple but spicy question lit up timelines everywhere. Did Andrea Swift never vibe with Joe Alwyn, and is she now openly Team Travis Kelce? The documentary itself doesn't scream drama, but Andrea's energy speaks volumes. Fans immediately noticed how warm, enthusiastic, and genuinely glowing she sounds when talking about Travis. The contrast didn't go unnoticed. To Swifties, it feels less like casual praise and more like a soft launch of hindsight judgment, the kind that says, I never said I disliked him, but I'm definitely saying I like this one way more. Andrea even recalls first clocking Kelce when headlines surfaced about him attending Taylor's show armed with a friendship bracelet and a very clear mission. Instead of brushing it off, she went full mom mode FBI, quietly checking in with family to get the real vibe.
At the headlines of perusing around what's on the internet, and I see that this guy came to your show and he brought a friendship bracelet and wants to meet you. And so, of course, I call up my resident expert on Kansas City Chiefs, my cousin Robin, and I go, tell me about this guy named Travis Kelce.
After looping in cousin Robin, the verdict came back glowing. Andrea shared that Robin described Kelce as incredibly kind and, crucially, as a man who genuinely loves his mom. Swifties collectively nodded in agreement because, yes, that detail alone would win over any mom.
He goes, oh my God, he's the nicest guy. And you know what? He really loves his mom.
What truly sent fans spiraling was Andrea's advice to Taylor. Try something different. Not louder, not bigger, just different.
Really cute.
You said something to the effect of, like, you gotta start doing something different.
To the fandom, that line felt loaded. Taylor's relationship with Joe Alwyn had been long, intensely private, and famously guarded. Add a brief, chaotic detour with Maddie Healy, and Andrea's suggestions started to sound less like general life advice and more like a subtle rewrite of history. Andrea then goes on to describe Travis as earnest and sweet in a way that feels unmistakably mom-approved. She talks about the happiness he brings into a room, how his energy lifts everyone around him, and how that joy seems to ripple outward wherever he goes.
Ernest, I thought it was the sweetest thing in the world that he came to your show.
Yeah.
He brought you something from your world.
Yeah.
To me, that really said a lot.
Fans quickly clocked that Andrea didn't speak this way about Taylor's past partners, at least not on camera, and that absence now feels loud. Meanwhile, Taylor opened up about her own struggles, reflecting on how relationships and touring never peacefully coexisted for her. She explained that life on the road always seemed to drain energy from her relationships, no matter how hard she tried to balance both worlds. She kept trying, she admitted, but it never quite worked. Swifties immediately connected that reflection back to her years-long relationship with Joe Alwyn. Put it all together, and fans see a pattern forming. Andrea didn't bash anyone, didn't name names, and didn't throw shade outright. But her tone, her word choices, and her unmistakable enthusiasm for Travis, especially when contrasted with her carefully neutral stance on the past, spoke volumes. To Swifties, it reads like a mom quietly thinking, "This one finally gets it." And while Taylor's inner circle has the internet decoding vibes and energy shifts, the spotlight now slides from mom-approved happiness to the other side of the aisle, where the Kelce family appears to be gearing up for what insiders are already whispering could be a wedding that briefly breaks the internet. With the big day looming somewhere in the not-too-distant future, curiosity has officially shifted to Travis's brother, Jason, because let's be honest, every iconic wedding has that one sibling who might steal the show without even trying. Jason Kelce, pure golden retriever energy packed into a 6'3" NFL body, recently popped up on morning TV and instantly became the internet's favorite evasive speaker. When hosts nudged him about whether he was prepping for best man duties, Jason responded with the verbal equivalent of a shrug and a grin. He kept things intentionally foggy, making it clear that if there is a plan, he's not on the email chain. Whether a speech, surprise, or chaotic brother moment happens, he suggested, is still firmly in the universe's hands, not his.
Well, if there is one or anything like that, I've been given no details on that front.
Jason genuinely seems thrilled just to be part of it, whatever that role ends up being. He radiates proud older brother energy, the kind that's less about stealing the spotlight and more about watching his little brother live out his rom-com dreams.
However I'm involved, I'll be happy to be, and I'm just happy for those two.
That said, fans aren't fully buying the I know nothing act, mostly because Jason has a long-standing reputation for being both wildly sincere and hilariously incapable of keeping a secret for more than 5 minutes. The bond between Jason and Travis has always been strong, bordering on aggressively wholesome. Jason has served as Travis's best man before, so expectations immediately shot sky high that history might repeat itself.
I'm going to fire up something a lot better. We're going to do a lot more planning.
Yeah.
I got to be good. I got to be good at this. Well, first of all, hopefully I'm the best man. We'll see. Trav has a lot of friends. I'm just hoping to get the opportunity.
But this time, the stakes feel different. The spotlight is brighter, and the guest list likely reads like a chaotic crossover episode between the Grammys and the Super Bowl. Naturally, social media wasted zero time turning Jason's vague comments into a full-blown theory fest. Some fans joked that the Kelce family keeps him out of the loop on purpose because Jason leaks joy like a busted fire hydrant. Others pointed out that given how close the brothers are, whatever role Jason plays will come with equal parts emotion and unfiltered humor. There's even a strong belief that, speech or not, Jason will still find a way to emotionally ambush everyone with a perfectly timed, unexpectedly heartfelt moment. And just as fans were busy imagining flower arrangements, guest lists, and which Kelce brother might make everyone cry, the universe slammed the brakes and swerved straight into chaos. Over in NFL land, Christmas plans went spectacularly sideways. Amazon had rolled out the red carpet for what was supposed to be a star-powered Christmas Day football showcase, banking heavily on the Patrick Mahomes-Travis Kelce combo to deliver festive touchdowns and subscription spikes. Instead, it's turned into a very expensive lump of coal, roughly a $70 million headache. When the NFL schedule dropped months ago, this matchup looked like a streaming executive's dream, a heated rivalry, playoff implications, the league's most recognizable quarterback, and one of its biggest personalities. It practically screamed, "Subscribe now." Amazon circled the date, highlighted it, and probably toasted to it. Fast forward to now, and reality chose violence. Kansas City season unraveled, playoff hopes vanished, and the real gut punch came when Mahomes suffered a devastating knee injury that ended his season. That moment instantly drained the magic from Amazon's Christmas spectacle. Without Mahomes, the game lost its sparkle, its stakes, and frankly, its personality. What was meant to be a nail-biter became what football fans politely call a dead rubber, a game everyone shows up for because they have to, not because it matters. A tough sell when you've paid superstar money for superstar drama that never arrives. Amazon isn't alone in this holiday headache. Injuries and underperforming teams have sucked the life out of multiple Christmas matchups across streaming platforms. Last year's holiday games set sky-high expectations, and insiders suggest those records are sitting very comfortably this season. For Amazon, the sting cuts deeper because this game was meant to anchor its expanding NFL presence alongside Thursday Night Football and its new Christmas showcase. No amount of production value can replace the gravitational pull of Mahomes doing Mahomes things. Behind the scenes, Mahomes' injury marked a true turning point. Surgery followed, rehab stretched well into next year, and Kansas City's once automatic playoff run officially hit pause. Backup quarterbacks took over to close out the season, while Travis Kelce stayed on the field doing what he could, though insiders admit his impact naturally shifts without his longtime quarterback orchestrating the chaos. And amid all that turbulence, the story quietly pivots to why Travis Kelce decided he wasn't done just yet. Retirement talk suddenly entered the chat in a very real way. After that brutal Super Bowl loss earlier this year, Travis genuinely stared into the football abyss and wondered if it was time to walk away. 12 seasons deep, miles on his body, and a season-ending defeat like that will shake anyone. The doubt didn't come from burnout, but from the feeling that maybe the story had already peaked. That's where Taylor Swift stepped in, not with a dramatic speech or a pep rally, but with calm, grounded perspective. The two talked it through like an actual couple, weighing legacy, timing, and whether ending a career on a loss would ever truly sit right. According to those close to them, Taylor gently but firmly believed Travis deserved a better final chapter than that. Not keep playing forever, just don't let this be the ending. That mindset stuck. Instead of making an emotional, heat-of-the-moment decision, Travis chose to come back for one more year. Stat-wise, he's still very much delivering, leading the team in receptions and yards even in a rough season. The retirement talk isn't about decline, it's about circumstance. Still, the football gods haven't been kind. Losses piled up, playoff hopes faded, and Mahomes' injury reshaped everything once again. And with that, we wrap this chapter, for now.